The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us each and every day. Market-wise out here, you get the Dow up 160, NASDAQ up 43, S&Ps are up 18. You get gold off $8, silver's down 29. You get platinum, let's see, she's down 13. Bonds are getting whacked. They're down 1.5 points. Dollars off slightly.
Gold's starting to get a little whacked.
Yeah, they hit it hard. They hit it hard. They hit it very quickly too. I mean, it's interesting. Gold was up $20, folks, until 20 past 9, and then the first sell come in, and it looks like just that first sell alone that's not going to be the last sell in gold out there today.
So, kind of amazing because it made the 618 retracement
of the whole thing.
Yeah, well, from the down move, from the
right,
the whole thing, the whole thing, the whole thing,
exactly.
Pretty well.
We hope everyone's safe out there. That hurricane, Irene, definitely came up the East Coast, and thank God it wasn't bad in some areas.
Yeah.
But what was intriguing, well, not intriguing, it's a bummer for the folks, and we have plenty of Tigers that are in Vermont.
Yeah.
But what you didn't hear out there, folks, is that Vermont absolutely got smoked. I mean, the
it seems like every river is flooded. Right?
And they took out bridges, and they took out, I was looking at pictures of Brattleboro and Rutland and downtown, and I've been there many times because I skied up there many times.
Yeah.
Downtown, you're talking 4 or 5 feet of water. I mean, big destruction. And I'm sure that CNN and the rest of them, the Weather Channel, have flipped because the bottom line is, of course, they were on the coast, and that's where it normally does happen. But what you had out there is that it hit inland, and it hit pretty bad.
Yeah, obviously we've been through a number of them,
right.
So we know the damage that can be done. Just
intense.
Yeah, so you're either getting wind, rain,
right?
But the flash floods that they were showing, from the local feeds
right.
that they were getting, it was amazing. You know, and then that water is so powerful and so quick.
It's so powerful. I was listening, and I had a couple guys on from New York, and it was amazing that the power of nature, folks, some people just don't get it. And, and I understand it because, even when I was younger, you always want to stay and watch them. There's no doubt about that. But this one kid, he says, oh, man, no, I'm staying here. I want to see what this is like. And if it ever hit them, he would have been sad that he stayed there because it's not like watching the movies, folks.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not.
Sure. Well, the pictures. So the pictures I saw from North Carolina,
yes.
Where it first came in,
right.
Just wiped out all kinds of roads,
oh, yeah.
along structures along the water there.
Right.
So, and I think it was the way out to Cape Hatteras.
Oh, yeah.
So, take a while for that, but they're used to fixing that.
They're
probably on a permanent, federal grant or what have you to fix
those out of Barrier Islands. They seem to always get whacked. I mean, that is one place, and I remember, and I'm sure, Ditch from North Carolina, I'm sure is still out there, but he sent us pictures years ago. This is the time of the year I think they catch the big bass out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had sent us pictures years ago with what the waves coming in. It was like, oh man, this is pretty intense because there's nothing out there. I mean, if you're out there fishing, folks, you're normally out there in a tent and
right.
you're ready to
Absolutely,
go.
yeah. So obviously, look, it was when you consider everything. First, it was nice that it came in on a weekend. Because everybody had so much time to prepare.
Right.
Shutting down some of the biggest cities and airports and so forth. Plenty of time to prepare. If you take a look at Hurricane Katrina. There were like about 1,800 deaths or so.
Yes.
I think right now we're up to maybe around 20, something in that area. So obviously loss of life, a whole lot less.
Oh, yeah.
Better planning this time. Even if it, there's no way that you can pinpoint exactly what kind of damage it's going to do.
No, I
think it still did quite a bit of, it had a big punch.
It did a huge amount of damage.
It wasn't like it fizzled out or anything.
It's like if you are in the damage area, it's like being without a job. You're in a depression,
Yeah.
period. I mean, because those damage areas are intense, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Now, here's a tip. Now, I haven't checked this out, but I was up, like always, up kind of early.
Yes.
And there was some guy that was, I think I was watching Squawk Box Europe or something like that. And there was a guy that they had on there, they were interviewing, and he had gone back and taken a look at all of the hurricanes that had hit the United States, as far back as he could.
Yes.
And then went ahead and took a look at the stock market, and he found 3 stocks that had always gone up.
Really?
Yeah, 3 stocks had always gone up after a hurricane. One was Campbell's Soup.
Like
because
a
everybody,
tomato soup.
yeah, that's right. Because everybody's stocking up on soup. Another was Nucor, and I forget the third. I wrote it down somewhere. So
Nucor.
I'm gonna, I've got it kind of tucked away off to the side.
Nucor's up again.
Huh?
No, Nucor. Hold on, I pull the wrong symbol.
N-U-E or N-E?
NEU maybe.
Yeah. And
New Market. No, I get it.
We'll find it. We'll find it. Or somebody that then will tell us. But it was pretty wild that, he had gone back and did this research.
That's cool.
And, it wasn't like it was insurance companies.
Right.
Right. And Campbell's, heck, that makes a lot of sense. They've got the shelves are, it's not like people are going to be taking the soup back.
No, absolutely.
Canned goods, what have you.
So, we got, actually, today...
Today's a new moon.
Today's a new moon. Today's the anniversary of Katrina.
Yes, that's right.
And today's Harley's birthday.
Oh, good.
Angie and I's dog. He's a year old today.
Okay.
I think that's the most important thing.
All right. We're going to bring Harley in. We'll have a little birthday.
Yeah, totally.
Little birthday
I already
party.
had one from this morning.
Okay.
I had a good one from this morning.
Give him a big bone?
Oh yeah, he always gets bones, man. He has to get a bone, or he takes our backyard apart.
Oh, is that it?
And Angie strangles me.
Okay.
Oh, big time.
Okay.
If you've ever had young dogs, folks, no 2 ways about it. And he's a young German Shepherd. He literally will take the yard apart. He looks at me like, okay, are we going out?
Yeah.
If we're not going out, I mean for miles, right? All of a sudden the furniture starts going through the yard, and then Angie strangles me.
That's great.
So talk to me about the new moon now.
Well, we got a new moon that came in early this morning, late last night, if you will, and there's really a number of different lunar events that are taking place today, between today and tomorrow. So you've got 4 primary ones that are lined up. So now typically. During this cycle, we've been selling into a new moon, so you like to see, prices move higher.
Well, we're going into the swing points up there.
We're headed there, so we're going to be watching to see if we can get price to line up with time, whether that's today, whether that's tomorrow,
right?
And because that's really one of the keys. When you're buying, right? You like to see prices moving down into you.
Totally.
And if you take a look at at least going back to August of 2010, and if you take a look at the full moons, as prices were coming down in the full moons, even though maybe they were hard to buy because you're like, how am I going to buy this? Because the prices were getting so whacked because we've had such volatility.
Yes.
That's what you're looking for. You're always looking for that. And so on a new moon, you're looking to be able to sell higher prices. But there's that. There's the lunar events going on. There's also a couple of astro events that are going on as well tomorrow. So I'm going to watch real closely to see how this shakes out, as you say.
Yes.
What my client subscribers and I have taken a look at is all these aspects, gone back at historical charts to identify how we ought to play this market.
Nice.
And so we'll watch that over the next couple of days.
And if you do look at the Qs right now, there's nothing behind it. It's kind of interesting. It's up a buck. We're at 11.9 million shares, folks. And of course, there's going to be less people in work and all that. But the bottom line, it doesn't matter. If you're going to go to higher price, you need more real juice behind it, real conviction behind it. So that's going to be, Europe out there in Europe today. You do have the DAX up 2.6%, 2.6%. CAC roll, and France is up 2.5%. Last night, though. In China, it's interesting, man. Shanghai is having big problems.
They are.
And you get divergence. I mean, Shanghai hasn't been able to move. Shanghai down 1.6%. Hang Seng up 1.4%, but that 1.4 is nothing. It's almost, the Hang Seng, folks, has those 2 sessions, and like it just opened there in the first session, it kind of hang now. That's kind of how it shook out, which is pretty wild. It'd be interesting to see just what is going to happen with that gold. Is it going to be a retest of the bottoms, or is it going to stop in between it? Right now, that sell absolutely came out of nowhere again, but it came down. let's see, GC. So you're dealing with, yeah, that's pretty, it's given back quite a bit so far. You know, you're talking, the price spreads are pretty cool.
Yeah.
1841 was the high out here today. We're at 1782. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
What's the dollar?
Fibonacci rules, folks.
Oh, it does.
Fibonacci rules, no doubt. You know, I was telling you, I sent it over to you. One of our Tigers folks sent us a 13-year-old. I'll get this email here. A 13-year-old boy, young man, was in the forest, and he was looking at all the trees, and someone taught him Fibonacci, evidently. Bottom line is that he just got a patent on making solar panels. And what he did, folks, is that someone's claiming, that when he made this panel, they're 50% more efficient with the texture of them expanding and contracting by those fib numbers.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Look, you know, I've been teaching my kids Fibonacci.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know,
Fibonacci rules.
Yeah.
It really does. It really does, man.
I've got one daughter is a math major at school.
Perfect.
I keep saying, you know, are they teaching you Fibonacci? Forget about all this other stuff you're learning. This is the only thing you gotta. They don't teach it.
No.
But they don't teach money management. They don't teach, you know.
Right. Right. And as Steve said, the sacred geometry, folks, is absolutely where it's at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely where it's at. If you take, you know what's interesting, too, is that if you take whether it's an engineer, a musician, they really understand those scales.
Yeah.
Because those scales are what makes music. Those scales are what makes buildings, right? I mean,
yeah.
You know, and the bottom line, whatever is inside of that, folks, and, you know, I don't think any of us actually, well, some of us may know, but whatever it is, it works.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that Basil one time was had read about a study or did a study and found that some of the best traders, were musicians,
right?
Because they just simply were able to, you know, read,
bring the scale,
you know, and maybe have a better feel for what, you know, the flow of things out in the future.
Yeah, right.
You know, the same thing. I think it was musicians and pilots. Maybe at some point he'll touch on that, but. But folks, if you're not a musician or a pilot, what you want to learn is you want to learn sacred geometry.
No doubt.
Because that'll help, you know, that'll give you some type of guide. That'll help you. You want to learn these patterns.
That's right. That's
you know, because they're forward-looking tools. So
now check this out, folks. This is good old Bank of America. You know, they're amazing. So BAC today is up 31 cents. You know, they had Warren Buffett come in, do the deal, get $5 billion. This morning, they moved out the half of the China Construction Bank. They got another $8.3 billion. Now, more than anything, folks, education-wise, what you want to get out of this is that don't believe one word that Monahan is saying, number one.
Yeah.
Because just pay attention to what they're doing. Pay attention to where the money's going.
Yeah.
I don't need any money. I don't need any money.
Right.
Oh, sell. Buy. Dilute the equity. That's what you want to pay attention to. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We have the Dow up 182, Nasdaq up 52, S&P's up $20, gold down 10. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 190 right now. Nasdaq's up 54. S&Ps are up 23. You get gold off $8. Silver's off 22 cents. You get platinum off 12. Bonds are getting up there, meaning taking a little beating here. Let's take a look at this baby. Let's see, USU. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. You got bonds, we're at 136. You're pressing with 140,000 contracts. Now, what's going to get interesting, all this has to really do is get under the 136.02. We're at 136.19 right now. And you might have a, well, you get a counter trend. Well, you get a move back to lower. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. But you know, it's amazing. It's amazing in the context of what we're in that these rates are low. Yes. I mean, they're real low. There's no doubt about it, man. You know.
And they're not getting any higher.
It doesn't look like they're going to. No, not in the near term. It absolutely doesn't look like they're getting any higher in the near term either. You know, and depending on how long you've been in this market, folks, I guess just about everyone's always been in the market for rates. 1%, folks, is huge on even small money. Never mind big money on mortgages. Yeah, 1% is like monster money. Yeah, you know, it really is.
Real tough for folks that are on some type of fixed income.
Ooh, that's heavy.
I mean,
yeah, big time.
You know, there's no possible way to stay up even just with the cost of living.
No, there isn't. And they depend so much on CDs.
Yeah.
You know, they absolutely depend on CDs. And, of course, the CD market, folks, you know, you get your money back, but it's dead meat, you know. But I wouldn't suggest to go start taking risk if you're in the CD market either. Right. Because at least you're going to have your money. Yeah. That's absolutely crucial. Yeah. You know what I watched last night? Good Night, Good Luck.
Okay.
With Edward Morrow.
Yeah.
Right, folks. If you've never,
a little bit of that.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, this is the second time I watched it, but it is an incredible movie. Now picture this, folks. He, I mean, he was huge. He, out of London, he was always talking to the troops in World War II. He came back. He was CBS's guy.
Right.
But he had a couple speeches in that movie. And the first one was in 1953. And what he was talking about was this. He was talking about that TV absolutely could educate the populace, right?
Yeah.
But that if the corporation and the politicians got hold of TV,
right,
they would absolutely not only destroy the medium, that is the way that you can control everyone.
Right, right.
And then in his final speech, right, in 1958, he talks that he saw that it was bad, but it could get a lot worse. If he ever saw reality, I mean, this guy was incredible. I mean,
now how after that first, discussion that
yes.
you had,
right?
How was that responded to?
What happened was this: is that this was the beginning of the McCarthy hearings.
Okay.
So, if you don't know Senator Joe McCarthy, he was a junior senator from Wisconsin. He was, out of his mind. Bottom line is that everyone was a communist to him.
That's right.
It didn't matter who you were. You were a communist, and what ended up happening? He was
the real Archie Bunker.
Well, you know what? It really went to show that what does happen is that the amount of lives that were destroyed,
yeah,
the amount of corruption that was in there, and Morrow had the guts to take him on.
Yeah.
And everyone was scared of him beyond belief, right? And of course they tried to destroy Morrow. They tried to destroy, well, they did destroy many people.
Yeah.
And of course he ended up getting taken down. But when he got taken down, so at the end of the movie, Morrow actually, they lost one of the programs. He had two programs, right? And so it's him and George Clooney. George Clooney was his producer.
Right,
and so they're leaving, and Senator McCarthy got censured, but all that means that he goes in the back.
Yeah.
So the bottom line, though, is that when you see that, and then when you see what's happening now, then it was timid compared to what's happening now.
Yeah.
And I guess the real key is to pay attention to what's going on, folks, and stick up what you believe. Because what Morrow did is that factually, that's how we got him.
Yeah.
And now factually, I mean, we see so much stuff out there factually that's all lies.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. And unfortunately, people believe it. And that's, it was a great movie, though. I learned a lot just in that aspect, particularly because when we're on the air.
Yeah.
So it's important even in that context,
yeah.
Okay? You stay right there, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 175, NASDAQ up 51, S&Ps are up 20. You got gold down 480, silver's off 20. We'll be right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stock placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
And it's my very great pleasure to announce our winner in the Great Panther Silver Coin Giveaway, Patricia Keith of Framingham, Massachusetts. Patricia, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you the kind of person that's lucky that wins a lot of things in life or not?
Yeah, I do.
You do? What do you think you attribute this luck to? Is it good living or what?
Positive thinking, yeah.
That is the key. Did you ever think you would win the Great Panther Silver Coin?
No, I didn't, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And how long have you listened to TFNN?
Oh my gosh, 5 years.
Through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we start broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We go from 9 to 1 and then 3 to 6. You can get us, of course, at TFNN. You can get us on all mobile devices. And, you know, when you talk about, many times, you know, we get calls in here saying, you know, you get professionals that are doing this, doing that. I want to show you something out here, folks, that, you know, that as we're out here every day, most of you folks, I suspect, know as much as a professional or more. And what I'm going to bring up here, and this is important to understand, because depending on how long you've been in the business, this is the only business that you could go to Harvard, you could go to MIT. Now, the math and the sciences there, absolutely. But they're not going to teach you what you should be looking for and how you should be getting in and getting out. Because the school, the bureaucracy is kind of built that, you know, you should be buying one thing and it's built in. It's basically built in. Yeah. Now, many, as you probably know, there's an equity at Sino Forest Corporation, right? Mm-hmm. This is a Chinese corporation. They're in the commercial plantation business, right? And the reason most of you probably know it is that Paulson was the biggest owner of it. Okay, now Paulson, of course, outstanding investor, made the most amount of money in the downdraft of the housing, owns most of GLD right now, which is helping him dramatically. Bottom line is that he got caught in this, right?
Right, he sure did.
And when he got caught in it, though, folks, okay, this is a situation that, you know, you have an investor, but you know what? You have an investor that knows how to take a stop, Okay?
Right,
now, this is brutal. There's no doubt about that. This is absolutely brutal. And I want to show you something if you're watching this. But I'm going to show you actually how much money he actually saved. Okay, so what you're looking at here is that we're going to pull up the amount of equities that was sold versus bought. Well, and it says June 30th. Paulson sold, he was the largest owner, he sold every share he had, 34 million shares, okay? And he took a monster hit, folks. But those shares, by the way, okay, when he was selling them, bottom line, you know, some of them look like they may have got off at about, I don't know, $6, $6.15, in that area. Well, bottom line, folks, is that this is an equity that got stopped again. It's halted again. It's a fraud, no doubt. And now it's only trading at $3.15. So picture something. You have a shareholder that sold 34 million. Now, pick 34 million times $3 is real money.
Absolutely.
Over $100 million.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the first part. Now, watch the second part, folks. The second part's pretty scary. The second part is that as he's selling it, he got fooled, but he's not going to get fooled again, right?
Right.
Let me show you something, though. How many people actually doubled down? Hartford Insurance. Okay? Hartford Insurance turned around. They had already owned 8 million shares. Well, you know what they did? They doubled. No, they didn't double down. They bought another 4.4 million shares. Okay? Insane. They're going to probably lose it all. Ivy Management. Now, I don't know who Ivy Management is. This is a Global Resource Fund. Bottom line is that they did the wrong thing, too. Big dollars. They're going south. The next one, let's see, I'm looking for buys.
Now, here's the thing. There's all kinds of listeners right now listening to this show right now.
Right.
That, you know, own some of this stuff through these funds.
Yes.
Through their 401k,
No, I know.
through their pension plans,
right?
What have you?
No, it's heavy because if you pull up Hartford, that's Hartford in Connecticut now, yes, and it's I'll pull this up when you say it. Every fund, so they bought 4.4 million more, and listen to this one. They put 1.3 million of them in the Hartford Growth Opportunity Fund. Oh, really? What an opportunity that is. Opportunity to take all your money. Bottom line, folks, the reason I want to go through this is, number one, as we talk about, you got to have stops. Number two, don't think for a second that someone says to you, well, you know, I'm a professional. The bottom line, you can be the professional, folks, because millions and billions of dollars are spent after the fact, and they should have known the difference.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we're coming right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 172 right now. Nasdaq's up 52. S&Ps are up 20. You got gold down $2. Silver's off 6 cents. Platinum's down 10. Bonds, they're staying on there, 1.5. You know?
Yeah. Now the weather again just impacted. We were talking on Friday. I was going to impact the golf tournament, so I got this big FedEx. I ended up only playing a 54-hole match.
Who won that? Did you?
It was Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson. Okay.
Dustin Johnson. He beat. Now I was pulling more for Matt Kuchar because they used to play golf with his dad all the time and him every now and then. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. When he won the U.S. Amateur.
Yes.
Here's a kid at the club that could never win our club championship.
Right.
So, I remember watching him and certainly pulling for him when he won that tournament.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
it's so great seeing that young blood, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Tiger's going to be pulling his hair out, man. I mean, I love Tiger. Yeah. I do. But he's got to be pulling his hair out because, it's interesting watching it. It seems like whether it's 3, 4, 5 years, all of a sudden, when I'm looking at these younger generations, they seem really young. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, wow, I was watching them yesterday. Yeah. Well, you know what happened yesterday? So check this out. This is pretty funny, actually, folks. So I get home, and I'm flipping the thing, and I flip the thing with golf. And I'm looking, I'm saying, wow, these kids are really young. Well,
yeah, the amateur.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
I was watching the amateurs for about 10 minutes, and I said to Conrad, I said, hey, hold it, man. What am I doing here? And then I flicked it. And the pros, they weren't that much younger.
No. Yeah. Hey, absolutely. And then they had, what I enjoyed watching is I love the Little League World Series.
Oh, in Huntington Beach one.
Yeah, they sure did. They play in the 6th inning, 2 outs, bases loaded.
I didn't see it. It was amazing, right?
What's really great is that it was the son of the coach that was 2 outs.
Really?
Yeah, hit the base hit, the winning run. I mean, you talk about storybook type.
That is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Big commitment. Obviously for the parents and everybody involved there, but certainly from a coaching standpoint.
Right.
But then to watch them come through, it was really a great game.
And I'm telling you, folks,
so fun to watch.
You know what? You have young children. You want to get them to sports, get them into baseball. Yeah. There's so much money in baseball, and it's such a class sport. I mean, I like all sports, but I'm telling you, especially if you're living in California or Florida. I mean, there are field days in both places.
Yeah, I think most of the teams that have represented the U.S. over the last 5 or 10 years have come either from Florida, Georgia, California.
Right, because it's a year-round sport.
Yeah,
just like hockey is up north.
That's right.
Right. I mean, if you're gonna, what's interesting is that there's so many players also, so the pie is much bigger, folks. The pie is much bigger.
But it was nice that the weather held off enough.
Oh,
so
huge.
they could get that game.
They started at 3 in the afternoon.
So they get that game. Yeah. So that was great to watch.
Amazing. Let's go down to Costa Rica. Hey, Rico, what's going on?
Hey guys, good morning, by the way.
Good morning. Afternoon.
See, I want to. I always call about earthquakes in the planets and the universe, but there's something happening.
There's always something happening, K. Rico.
Oh, Tom, Steve, amigos, this is something that is not being paid attention to by any of the news people or anybody in the media whatsoever. And if I may just explain to you what's going on in the universe that's going to happen now. It's a comet called Comet Elenon. You can pronounce it many different ways.
Okay.
But the most important thing, and the origin of my research all started when I was a young kid from a young man, friend of mine, whose name was Guy Newschultz, and he became a rocket nuclear scientist for NASA, and he turned me on to Wernher von Braun as a young kid with rocket ships.
Okay.
And we were blasting off rocket ships when we were 10 years old in his backyard. From there on, I got a telescope from my mom and dad, and from then I started studying the universe and the planets.
Sweet. So what's going on now?
This comet, E-L-I-N-E-N,
okay,
is now approaching into our solar system, and right now it is beginning to expand its size as it gets closer.
Right.
And just for your information of size, Jupiter is the largest planet on in the solar system that we are in.
Okay.
And if you took the Earth and you take hollowed out Jupiter, you could put over 1,200 Earths inside Jupiter. Okay?
Yeah.
Picture that?
Yeah.
The reason I say this way, this comet Elenon is growing and getting closer, and the size will be of the size of Jupiter on September 11th.
So what happens with comets when they get into the atmosphere, though?
Well, this is a good point, a question, and the answer is this comet is comprised of hydrogen cyanide, which will have an enhanced blueness effect.
Okay.
And this hydrogen cyanide will be of the tail of the comet. Okay, so the information that I'm learning about daily is that this particular comet could have an electromagnetic event that causes incredible solar lightning bolts, which could incredibly change our electromagnetic fields beyond our scientists' deepest evaluations. They have no idea what this comet could do. And the interesting thing about it is nobody's talked about it on the media. Nobody.
Well, let me ask you this. So you have a comet that comes into the atmosphere, right? And most of the time, the atmosphere busts it up, right?
Well, no. Not at all. This is not an asteroid.
Well, I mean, comets don't hit the ground.
No, they go off into the solar system.
Okay, so it just bypasses? Is that what happens?
Yes, like Comet Halley back in the time.
Okay, I'm cool. I got it. Okay.
Okay, but this comet will have the size of such magnitude that we will be looking at almost a second sun in the solar system, in the northern solar system.
On September 11th?
Now, here's the thing. It all depends on trajectory.
Yes.
And other things that are way over my, grade pay to explain, because I don't get it myself, I'm being honest with you. I don't get it.
Well, you know what? We'll see if we can get someone on here.
That's right.
I like that. We appreciate it, K. Rico.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. It's Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We got K. Rico down in Costa Rica, and we got Annie coming from St. Pete up next. We're going to be right back, folks.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then EverBank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, EverBank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. EverBank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call EverBank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. EverBank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970.
some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. It's Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow right now up 167, Nasdaq's up 51, S&Ps are up 21. So, for folks to get your newsletter, tell us how this works.
Yeah, well, it's really simple. You just you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Okay.
And what folks do is just simply go over to the front page of TFNN. They'll see my name there. They click on that, and folks, what it is, it's more than really just a newsletter.
Right.
You know, that's the whole thing. You know, if you're looking to be able to get education, and when it comes to the technical training, I mean, when I do education, I know that most people are visual, and so what I do is half of my newsletters at least are video oriented,
which is cool.
So I've got a whole set of charts so that what you're able to do, you get the newsletter, you're able to print it out, and you're able to follow along and take a look at what it is I'm looking at. And we're looking at whether it's planetary or lunar aspects, or certainly the mathematical, the sacred geometry, or studies of the past, because I believe that the only way to know where you're going is to understand where you've come from.
That's right.
You know, and I was showing Tom the work that I did over the weekend for my clients to be able to take a look and understand correlations, and then there's the math probability, because, you know, one of the things that folks are so afraid of, you know, your big fear is losing, right? Doesn't matter. Loss, the fear, you know, the fear of loss. So losing money. And so, folks, so what I can show you is I can show you a mathematical edge, you know, in the way that you can invest, so that you can put, you know, the money game to your advantage.
Right.
So, you know, that's really what it's more than just a newsletter.
And you know what's neat, folks, is that and this is easier for me to say after so many years, but I believe, you know, I've always believed in math, period, is that if you understand where you are, and then what Steve shows is you understand that if it's a success or a failure, and if you understand both the bull and the bear, it is absolutely easier to really have discipline.
Yeah.
You know, because what happens is that it has to make sense to you too. I mean, you know what I mean? You should have seen me show me this morning, and I love it when I can get the math into it, and then it makes sense to me, and on just in the whole basis of, well, hey, that's how it is, man, because then it makes you be a machine a lot easier.
For sure.
And a machine in a good sense, not in a bad sense.
No, absolutely. You know, and we were talking, you know, that when you first started talking about the email that you got about the 13-year-old boy in Fibonacci, and we talked about schools, you know, I mean, I've got 3 kids in college.
Right.
And, you know, there isn't a school where they teach you about the markets, and there's so much information available at our fingertips.
Huge.
And you know, and look, it takes a lot of hours to learn, but that's what we here at TFNN do. You know, we help take the 10,000 hours that it takes to learn something, to be an expert at anything, whether it's golf, tennis, basketball, fishing, probably,
you name it.
You know,
Right.
And we help to draw that 10,000 hours down to such a short period of time. And so, and you can't get this anywhere. You know, and here's the cool thing is when people call in and they ask us an opinion about a stock or anything like that, we don't have any reason to give anything but our honest opinion. We're not pushing anything.
Exactly.
We're not pushing any stock or what have you. Unlike what other folks on television are doing. When they come on as experts, I mean, they're truly many times pushing out what they need to,
and I'll tell you,
for their business.
And I'll tell you, folks, the name of that movie is Good Luck. Good night, good luck. And even after seeing that, we're going to get even better at. I think we're at, right at the top of delivering the message, meaning the educational message. But after seeing that, that's what Maura was talking about. That this is a medium that you absolutely can enhance everyone by education.
Well,
the empowerment of the deal is the deal.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about the newsletter. Because when you first asked me, did I want to do a newsletter, it was kind of like, nah, I didn't, But we're not. It's not a newsletter.
Right.
It's a whole different empowerment vehicle. And 30 days for no risk.
Money back guarantee, folks. You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next.
Yep.
Then we'll go on to Larry Pesavento. We got Dave White this afternoon, and I'll be back at 4 o'clock. We have this is Steve Rhodes. This is Tom O'Brien. Have a great one. Have a safe one, of course. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow.